That's right. That's right. Yep. Yep. Make sure y'all click on the live chat. Make sure you click on the live chat because this is live right now. So, yeah, make sure y'all click on the live chat. Let's get in there on the Friday because I know what y'all do to me on the Friday. I know what y'all did to me last time. The last time we tried to come together, you guys made a fiasco out of my live stream, man, out of my show. And I did answer you on that, D-Ray. Did you really think I was going to talk about that? Come on now. You got a guy that's wearing female clothing. He's talking about making a man. Come on, I only want to see him come back. I can't look at him the same way if he come back. If he come back and fight somebody, I would pay to see him fight Mike Tyson or somebody. I don't want to see him get all bloodied and stuff like that. I just want to see him just get knocked out quick and that's it. And talking about pantyhose wearing or stocking wearing Oscar Della. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I only like saying that because that's something that's actually, that's native words. I don't want to say native stuff about that freak. But anyway, I see you out there. D-Ray up in here. He only come in and say salute now. He getting too comfortable, Gil. I see you out there too, Gil. Salute to Gil Cole. Salute to D-Ray coming in here. Neck check. 1, 2. You got the ego up good. He laughing out loud. And then he crying at the same time. You know how we do up in here. Then D-Ray said, I seen ESPN going to do something on native female boxing. Did you? No, I didn't really check that out. I went over there. Let me see. Let me make sure because I went over there. But I got to I'm going to bring up a few things. We're going to talk about a few things. Hopefully we can stay linear today. But I'm going to give you fight nights. I'm going to give you their breakdown. I don't even know how old this is, but they have it dated for the 25th. So, and it shouldn't be on their page for the 25th. But anyway, salute to my brothers out there. But yeah, I'll bring that up. And I was checking out some other stuff. Sometimes I check out stuff. And so we'll cover a little bit. Hey, they got this. One of the little guys, man, is he trying to act like something. You know what I mean? Let me see. Hold on. Let me get him right, man. Y'all know who he is, man. This little shit, man. He's what is he? He's only like 112 pounder. I don't know I'm not gonna get into his resume and all that, but shit, he knocking people out. You know what I mean? He ain't playing. He knocking people out, man. Little dude. But I covered that. I went through stuff so fast because it's just too much, oh, that's what it is. It's Jason Maloney. Okay, that's who it is. Okay, that's who it was. Jason Maloney. Okay. It just slipped my mind for a second. But all this stuff is coming up, man. We got to talk about man, and I don't like to stay on these subjects, man. I got to talk about the damn Roro. Yeah, Hurricane Gil up in here, yep. Let me say, let me read what y'all say anyway. The way he says, Gil Cole say, "Sup Eagles Web." He said, "Free might be the best heavyweight right now." He got the question marks up. You guys already know how I do it. I put your ass up in here. If you make it to the web, usually if you didn't see somebody do something like real positive, like if you didn't see a destructive knockout by somebody like recently, and you see a title when you look up in here, you got to be very skeptical. You got because it might just be a play, in which it is like a play on words. Because I'll tell you why I brought it up. I'll tell you why it's there. It's there because, and we're going to break this down like adults today, but I'm just going to bring up the subject right now. But we're going to break it down. We'll get into it. We're going to break it down like adults. We're not going to bullshit and play around and stuff like that. Because we're going to look at the angles. You know how we do. We investigative Eagles Web. That's why Eagles got that good site. So we're going to investigate the shit. We're going to investigate why are they talking about making Tyson Fury franchise champion? So we're gonna talk about it's because a lot of stuff that when they talk about the franchise champion, there's a lot of things that they haven't covered, and even we didn't even cover them. Yeah, D-Ray Oscar has his panties up good. Yeah, and he won the box. Yeah, that's yeah, he won the fight. He got his panties up good. Yep. And then D-Ray back again. He said, salute to Eagles Web in the Hurricane. Yeah, Hurricane up in here. Hurricane ain't playing. I guess he might have his hand. I got to catch him when he got his hands on the game controller, though. You know what I mean? Because Gil have his hands on the game controller, and I can't get him. I got to get him off that game controller, man. Get him off these damn games and stuff, and so we can talk. Yeah, but that's one of the main things we'll talk about. But I wanted to cover. Let's just cover this list real quick, man. So let's fight about this list. Okay, so this is Fight Night's list. I know everybody has their list. Everybody has, and you guys gonna be happy today. Because lately everybody's been playing Captain Saberbud. So, but you're not. Well, you won't be happy with the pound for pound. Not on this one. Okay, so let's read out their pound for pound that they have. So their pound for pound, and you can agree or disagree. We can fight about it. It's not gonna really be a fight. But their number one pound for pound is Vasily Lomachenko. That's even though they got some of the weights messed up. They got him at lightweight. But who thinks that little pink dwarf with the sausage arms should be number one? And then, of course, number two, they got Naoya, you know that, Inoue at number two. And number three, they have Alexander Usyk. And we'll cover those. And then at four, they got the cinnamon bun, Saul Alvarez. So, and they got him down as middleweight. So do we have a problem with that? Yeah. D-Ray said we knew Fury was going franchise. I didn't know. I don't know shit. I just report. I just try to talk boxing. Grown folks boxing. That's all I try to talk. I don't put too much out there. The stuff that I put out there is I put out there for you guys. I put out all these deceptions. So D-Ray agrees with Lomachenko being number one on the pound for pound. And see Gil doing something, because Gil probably would have jumped on you about that shit, because I don't think Gil hearing it. And I got to disagree with you. I don't agree with it. I don't care what his accomplishments are, because you're putting his amateur together. You don't even, matter of fact, pound for pound, you should not even be even mentioned for pound, and yes, you got at least, close to at least 30 fights. Because you haven't done enough to be on there. So I'm going to disagree with you on that. That's my main reason. And another reason is he did lose. So his percentage, he still got an over 90% winning rate. But at the same time, we got to look at some of his foes and stuff. You got to remember, he did still fought Regal too. It's not his fault. But anyway, number two. And I would say again, he shouldn't be in the conversation again. And Alexander Usyk should not be in the conversation. The only one that should be in the conversation, but not number one, is that cinnamon bun. That he should be there. Now, Fight Nights, they have Terrence Crawford rated at number 5, pound for pound. And I can agree that I can give him number 5. I might even put him up higher than that, but I can give him 5. And then they got Gennady Golovkin at number 6. And followed up by Earl Spence at number 7. And I got a problem with those two. I got a problem with that. I don't like Earl being that low. And I don't like Golovkin being that high because he's not doing those championship things. Yeah, he's not doing those championship things. Gil, we're not caring about your list right now. If you got Bud pound for pound, then you got Bud pound for pound. But all I can say, when anybody got anybody, if you got somebody pound for pound, if you notice, I'm not out there. I'm just saying that people should be here, there, higher, or lower. That's all I'm saying. I'm not putting nobody number one pound for pound, none of that shit. I let you guys do that because guess what? When you do that, you leave yourself open to when you come in here, right? So when you crossing your fingers and all that and crossing your toes and crossing your legs and shit, okay, hoping that your fighter stays pound for pound or look good against somebody, and then he looks just completely horrible against somebody once that competition steps up, then he just looks completely horrible or gets beat up, and then I want to see that same energy. Because pound for pound, that's going to go in, so you got to stay pound for pound if you're on the list. Because the list, that's supposed to be, that should be like an annual list or, every couple of years or something like that. So you got to stay at least in your same position. And we're talking 2-3 fights. And yes, you spread that shit out. And yes, you just try to get one fight. Oh, I'm going to fight one person. That's all you're going to fight? Oh, I'm going to fight him, and then I'm just going to, I got to rest my hand for a while. Get out of here. Because the whole pound for pound is I don't have a pound for pound in the first place. I'm just talking about it. Because Sugar Ray Robinson is the only pound for pound. Even though they mention it and they want us to talk about it, that's the only pound for pound right there. So he say Bud pound for pound. Okay, in modern day, y'all can have Bud pound for pound, something like that. That's it. Hey, you already know D-Ray. D-Ray said Eagle Ray reporting. That's right. Eagle. He said thinning out necks. That's right. That's what happens. These right here. Is these, like I said, man, if you know what taffy is, I don't know if y'all might not even know what taffy is. Taffy is that real, it's a sticky type of candy you get at carnivals and fairs and shit like that. They got a machine be stretching it out and all that. And it gets thin and then it gets thicker, thin, whatever. But I don't want it. I want it, or just candy itself. A lot of times, you ever watch I'm kind of a geek when it comes to watching like old school stuff or just watching like family owned businesses and watch how they take care of stuff, watch how they make stuff. And I've watched programs where they actually make candy. I was like, oh, that's how they make the candy, big pots and stuff and a little kitchen and all that, and how they stretch it out and all that. And so that's what, for me, that's what stretching your neck is out. Stretching your neck out is like stretching out some candy or some red rope licorice or something. It get thin before it snap. You pull it, you be pulling that shit, and then snap. They don't even make that. Y'all missed out, man. I don't know when they stopped making that. Y'all wasn't around, man. That's 80s candy, man. Y'all wasn't around, baby. Early 90s and 80s candy, or even before that. Because, like I said, I'm kind of geeky like that. Sometimes I look up the history. I'm like, okay, this candy. Like, you look at some of the candies that came out in 30s, 40s, 50s. You're like, oh, this is an old candy. Like, some candies came out way back in the 20s, and we still, messing with candies and stuff like that. But I like the one. But that's what it is, man. Is we thin that damn neck out. And that's right. D-Ray know it before we get to chopping. But that's my pound for pound right there. But I'm just giving you guys their list. I know you can have your own list. And Earl way down to 7. Well, if you're gonna do pound for pound, don't put him way down there. Because I know Earl can fight at different weights. Earl might not be able to make 140, but Earl make 154, 160. On up. I don't know how high Earl can go. I don't know. Earl got one of them little. Earl has a late blooming body, right? Earl don't even have his complete grown man strength yet. He don't have his grown man strength yet. When he get his grown man strength, people gonna really be in trouble. He's strong, but you can see it. He don't have his grown man strength. You can see it in his upper body. He don't have his grown man strength. But when oh my goodness, he gonna be hurting people real bad, man. But down to 7th, and then Leo Santa Cruz, they got him. Now he belongs on the list too. Earl is. But I'm saying if you're gonna have a list, a lot of these people is like they're kind of like 50-50 on being on there. The only ones like Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Gennady Golovkin. But Earl, he deserved to be on there because he's a 2-time champ right now. So he could questionably be on there. Leo Santa Cruz at number 8. And then Juan Francisco Estrada, they got him at 9. Then rounding out number 10, they got Josh Taylor. And we can't. And Josh Taylor, I think he might deserve to be on there, maybe. But I don't really have a list myself. But didn't he just beat up somebody? I'm talking about your list, Gil. What's your list? I mean, you talking about your list. I'm talking about, this is the Fight Nights list right here. This is Fight Night's list. I wanted to do somebody else's list. I wanted to do a different list. I'm not going to do Box Rec's list or somebody else's ESPN or whatever. So I'm just doing one outside the box. You know, we do stuff outside the box, man. And D-Ray going to leave a comment. He talking about pantyhose. He talking about old stocking, girl clothing wearing, girl lingerie wearing, Oscar act like he wants something. Everybody want a clout chase, man. But see, we had these discussions, man, all the time, but y'all not paying attention, man. The reason that we have this discussion is because everybody think they can fight. Everybody want to be a fighter. And that's why we end up having these discussions. Even the boxers that have been fighting, they're like, okay, ain't nobody doing, oh, they ain't doing shit. So, I mean, I might as well, I could do it then. You feel me? I might as well fight. That's what they looking at it. That's what they looking at. You see what I mean? That I could fight. And then we miss the whole point when people say that they can fight. Oh, I can be a fighter now. You're a tennis player, but you can be a fighter now. Everybody want to fight. I'm saying that's the whole disrespect, man. And that's why everybody can have their now opinions in boxing. You see how many? There's so many more opinions in boxing if you look at it. How many sports they got that many opinions in? Like if you're doing ratings on in the NFL, what do they go by? In basketball, professional basketball, what do they go by? In baseball, what do they go by? See? You ain't got to worry about who's number one, who's number two. All you got to do is open it up. Okay. Looking at baseball, okay, they got 50 wins, they got 10 losses, okay. And they're ahead by 5 games. Well, that's the champ right now. That's the winner. That's number one. Boxing is different. It's subjective because we don't go just exactly by record all the time. And people have different opinions and they have different agendas, and we haven't got to that yet, but we're going to get to why they making this coke crack king, or why they want to make him, franchise champion. D-Ray said Tank number 1. He fight. Okay, yeah, Tank number 1 at getting his tank on. That's what Tank is number 1 at. Tank is number 1 at eating. Oh, Tank, okay, I got to read the rest of it. Okay, I thought it was 2 different comments. He said, okay, so I'll read the whole thing. So he say Tank number 1, he fight. He said he had 35. He had 30, 35, 40, 47, 50, 54, and 60. He said pound cake for pound champion. Yeah, that's a good one. Pound cake for pound. Yeah, I misread it because I thought it was 2 comments on there, but I see what you mean. Yeah, up to only 160. But what about the 175? The pound. You be pounding down them cakes at 175 too, though. Oh, Tank. Shit, Tank be putting in that work. So in other words, Cinco, Inoue, Usyk, Alvarez, Crawford, Golovkin, Spence, Santa Cruz, Estrada, and Taylor. Those are your fighters of the day from Fight Nights. Yep. Yeah, the best thing we seen so far, I think, was Shakur Stevenson coming in with the fights. And that was what? That was 19th. Was it 18th or 19th, y'all? I think it's 19th. Yeah, 19th, Tuesday. So that was or it might have been right before that. No, it was 9th. So that's the best fight that we coming off this epidemic. But let's talk about it because we got to get into this too before we talk about You know, before we do more grown folks chat about this coke crack king. So one of my, and shout out to Roberto Duran. He had a birthday, and also I think we missed it. I don't know, man. We was covering other stuff, so we might have missed it. But he just had a birthday. He just had a birthday too, and him and Mike Weaver, Hercules. So shout out to both of them. So Hercules. Oh, BFTV is up in here, man. He said, "What's good?" Yeah, you still in blue, brother. Yeah, they try to start fights between me and BFTV or something like that. These trolls come in here sometime, and they try to get on. They try to say, "Oh yeah, BFTV be talking all this and saying all the kinds of stuff about you." I said, "No." I said, "BFTV, he has my email." I said, "Me and the brother talk. We haven't talked in a long time. I get busy and stuff like that, but we haven't talked in a long time. I go by his show. He don't even see me half the time, but sometimes he catch me every once in a while. But yeah, I go by there. Yeah, but yeah, I go by there and check out. I check out the brother, man. Yeah, and people, I know they always gonna start shit between me and other people and stuff like that, but no, it has nothing. BFTV is not like that. But he has my email. I have his email. He's not. So I don't have to fall for stupid shit. People put stupid shit up there. I don't have to fall for no dumb shit because they say it. Oh yeah, I get all excited and stuff like that. Yeah, I might clip you, or I might handle you a little bit in here first. But I already know you full of shit, especially when you do back to back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now, why would I go? You think about it. Now, why would you come in here back to back to back and not know that I know you're a fucking troll? When it's like 6 of you back to back. Okay? The web smash your ass out, and then you come back. And then you try to come in proper for one sentence, and then right after the first sentence, then you come in with some old foul shit. Oh yeah, the LDBC did this to you and said this and saying this about you, and BFTB said this. I'm like, man, get the F out of here, man. That's why when they come in like that, they just get crushed. But they slow way down now. Because they know they come in here and they know that we don't play that shit. So they come in here, they try that, but we're going to talk about the bullshit that they putting us on, you know, and we're going to talk about it like grown-ups because we got to see through it. We got to see through the stupid shit. You feel me? And I see down there, Surf Flame, but anyway, shout out to you and BFTV and Surf Flame. I see Surf Flame came up in here. But you know what? We're going to talk about it like grown folks because we got to look at it investigatively. You know what I mean? Is because I haven't heard anybody really talk about it. The reasons that we know that franchise is a protection. We know that. We know it's a protection. But see, all we looked at was the protection side. But what we didn't look at, we're going to talk about, what we didn't look at the bank side for the WBC. We didn't look at that. See? Now, they use it for protection, but at the same time, they're using it because it's like, shit, we get paid. Because they get paid anytime that, they can like urge a fight, like, oh yeah, go for this championship. You know what I mean? They can urge a fight at different classes and stuff like that because, look, now they getting paid. It's a pimp move. Basically what it is. It's a pimp move. But let me catch what y'all got up here right now, man. But okay, BFTV said what's good. And D-Ray in here said I deleted. He said no disrespect, Mint Holmes. He said, but Oscar is news. Oscar, like I said, man, you wearing women's lingerie, and my nephew put that shit up because I was in his chat that time. Well, I don't know where he got all them shots, but he had all kinds of shots. I can't have the same kind of respect for him, man. I'm sorry. I can't look at you the same way. Like I said, if you're gonna make a comeback, come back and fight somebody like Tyson or something like that. I don't want to see you getting bloodied up and hurt and quit. No, I want to see you get your brains knocked out, and so that way you don't come back no more. So what? Because you're gonna keep trying to make yourself relevant. You passed history already. Why are you trying to make yourself relevant so you want to come back? No, we don't want you to come back. If you come back, I want your ass knocked the hell out. I don't want you beat up. I don't want no towels coming in. Nothing. I don't want none of that. All I want to see is my boys with the EMTs on, EMS, whatever kind of other or paramedic, whatever sign. I just want to see them coming in and ratcheting your ass down, not even strapping you in, like regular strapping you in. I want to see them with one of those little ratchet things where they tighten your ass up in there to make sure, because your whole body just like, you just flopping all over the place like jello, and they got to strap your shit down like, yeah, that's how I want. That's the way I want to see it. If you come back, I don't want to see you getting beat up and nothing. No, I want it to be. I want it to be within seconds. Like boom, you out, and then your ass is up out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You said fight. Yeah, fight night putting Lomo on the cover. That's what I'm saying, man. And that's what I just read. That's what I'm saying, because because we could look at anybody's top 10. You know what I mean? But then I just want to do one outside the box. I want to do fight nights just to see. And I'm not going to try to get into all this stupid ass, this dumb. I don't believe in race anyway. But anyway, we are going to get into the whole racism and shit like that. But we got a couple of subjects going, because the COVID thing, and I want to try to find that so I can read it, just so I can show y'all just what's going on, because a lot of people just ain't getting it. And I want to read it. If I can find it, I want to read it so I can just show you what it's saying, because it should wake your ass up. But then some people just don't wake up. Some people, it's hard for them to wake up. Yep. But I'm gonna read it. I'll read it now then I'll finish up what you guys saying. Now this is from the Sun. This is part of. I'm not gonna read all of it, and this is in Yard Barker. Just to let y'all know where it's at, so I can cite the source that is from. He said my father tests have just arrived and confirmed that he's positive for COVID-19. Thank God he is not having symptoms beyond something similar to a cold. And that's what his son said. That's Robin. Robin, not Roberto. That's his son, Robin. Symptoms beyond something similar to a cold. And if you've been in Eagles Web, now I covered it because I have the med school. I actually trashed all my med school books, but I do have that. I had that encyclopedia. That's an old encyclopedia. That's from '89. It's medical encyclopedia. And what they were saying right there, that's exactly that's how it describes COVID. And I know a lot of us, I even got a best friend that lost 2 people in the family. We got a lot of people, we have people in the family and other people that are supposedly, and I'm not trying to downplay this to make people, feel like, oh man, he don't take it serious. No, I do take it serious. It's there, but I'm telling you what it really is. So don't get all hyped up and think that some of those things are not something else. Just don't do it. I'm just telling you, don't do it. Yeah. Okay, y'all saluting out, and BFTB says salute to Unc. But okay, then Sir Flame up here says salute to Eagles Web. He salute to the chat, and as always, jab that like button or y'all neck. He said don't get the neck up at Eagles Web. And please do me a favor, if you're gonna hit my thumbs up, hit my thumbs up first, and then hit live chat. Do not hit top chat, because that way, if it's some kind of work that needs to be done in here, y'all can't get it done, because the trolls can sneak in if you got it on top chat. If you got it on live, that means you catch everything that's going through. And that's what it is. And then BFTV is down with the boxing. He says facts. And then he said, why would I talk about my guy? He said, these dudes are weird as fuck. And they are. These guys, they weird. And this, it's like I said, man, that's why I call them, that's why I call some of them tramps, man. Because you got regular trolls, and then you got tramps. And everybody knows what a tramp is up in Eagles Web. A tramp up in Eagles Web is a champion troll. That's a tramp, because he a champion. He a champion at being trolled. That's what they get off on, man. And I done seen some weird shit on my nephew's show too, man. I done seen some weird shit, man. You got cats hiding back in the cuts, man, naked and shit, and all kinds of stuff on screen. How you come on, man? They just some weird. I'm not that type of guy, man. I'm not that one, man. I'm sorry, I'm not that one. If y'all want that one, y'all go somewhere else and get that one, man. God dang. You all naked and I don't know what you're doing in the shadows like that, but you back in the cuts like that, man. You back there playing with yourself and shit like that. Let me talk bad about some of these fight channels and stuff, man. They make me shiver, man. Okay, let me go back. Okay, I go back over it, D-Ray. So D-Ray want to know what the top. He wants to know what the top 5 was on there again. So the top 5. Let me pull it back up because I know it's Loma, Inoue, Usyk, Alvarez, and Crawford. That's the top 5 that they have on there, and that was the order too. I didn't read it out of order. That's the order that they have. You see what I mean? That's their order, man. But they, God dang, man. Some of these cats, man. Are you kidding me? Man, you kidding? You sitting back like, how do you get worked up? How do you get worked up over a boxing chat? Let me go see over there. They be talking that boxing and stuff, man. Let me see. You sitting there getting off in some corner or something like that over some boxing chat. And somebody's bringing up like the history and stuff like that, or somebody's bringing up, how many wins and how many, that somebody might be bringing up BoxRec and showing you who BoxRec has or who ESPN has and stuff. And you sitting there getting off on that, sitting in a corner, eating stale biscuits and shit, man, and distilled water and stuff, or whatever, man. Come on now, dudes, y'all got to stop that shit, man. Damn. Yeah, you right, Sir Flav. Sir Flav said we don't do that shit in here. BFT be cried. Yeah, man, we don't do that shit up in here, man. No. Yeah, we don't do that shit up in here, man. Come on now. Because you'll get it up in here, man. We ain't gonna wait. I know my nephew, he be waiting on him and shit sometimes. He wait for him before he smash him. He wait. He be like, hold on, man. Let me cut into him a little bit. But sometimes I'm telling you, Neff, sometimes they so nasty, man. We can't. I can't, man. And Gil got the name up in here now. Gil got that damn Hurricane Gil. Hurricane Gil don't play with their ass. Gil will spin that ass up out of here quick. We don't play. Every once in a while they'll get over every once in a while. I'm surprised they probably see you up in here, so that's why they not dropping down and at least saying something foul or something. Or whatever. Oh, that's not the real BFTV or something. Yeah, that's why he's modded up, stupid. That's not the real BFTV. Man, god dang, man. he wait. Yeah, he do. Yeah, BFTV, he'll wait and wait and just, he likes to cut their ass up. Like me, I like to stretch their neck out, but he coffin bury their ass. I used to be one of the main coffin bearers over there, But he got so much help over there, man. I don't even have to go up there. I mean, well, I used to, like I said, man, I used to go up there. I used to roll people up, and I used to say, man, believe me, if I'm going to back your channel up, I back your ass up, man. Believe me. If somebody come in talking something, man, believe me, I'm going to put words on them. Matter of fact, I might have to hit a couple of super chats so I can get some more words in on their ass, but I'm going to put some words in on their ass. Believe me. I don't talk normal like I do in here, man. Every once in a while I get lit up in here. Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, when I had the time to be up in anybody's show I be at, I guarantee you, man, that if you see my comments, you'll be like, God dang, he ain't no joke on them. And I don't, man. I cut their ass completely up. But my people up in here, y'all pretty nice to them though, man. But y'all don't have to be, because I know what y'all doing. Y'all want to do interviews sometimes. Let's do an interview. Let me interview them. No, don't interview them. Ask them a couple of questions. Well, that's usually what happens too, though, is y'all get a couple of questions off, and before somebody smash them, like, no, I couldn't even stand them. I can't take them. But if we get a couple in here, hey, y'all can practice on their ass. Might as well. You practice on them and then exercise they shit. Get them up out of here. BFTB said, he said, used to kill them up. Yeah, Sir Flav said. He said, stale biscuits in old distilled water. Yeah, stale biscuits in old distilled water, man. And you sitting in the corner and you beating your shit off over a boxing chat, man. Get out of here with that, man. Why? Are you really you're not even really a boxing fan. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Some of them like you're a champion troll. You're a tramp, man. You're a championship troll. You're a tramp or just a troll. God dang, man. But you're not really, you probably had shit to do with, they don't have nothing to do with boxing, sports, nothing like that. They probably go on all forums and stuff. It's probably people that see them, they probably go on like stuff where people's talking about history and people are talking about, just politics or something like that. They probably go on there too and just get They get off on that like, oh yeah, I'm on politics. Oh, you talking about Trump? Huh? God dang, talking about Trump. You see him laying up in the corner because somebody talking about Trump. And they pounding away with stale biscuits and old distilled water over there. Man, God dang. D-Ray, he said the day dude wore a shirt on his face. Oh, yeah, you crying about that? Yeah, man, it's... man, let me get me some tea, man. God dang, man. Good thing I'm drinking medicine tea right now, y'all. God dang. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to put it out in here. But if y'all interested, I don't know if you can find some of the stuff where you're at, but if you're interested in anything that I do, like anything, like say for instance, somebody has a certain problem and stuff like that, I will give you, you can email me and I will give you the herbs and stuff to go get, the native stuff to go get. You know, I will give it to you. Yeah, but that whole list is bullshit. Yeah, that whole list is just, that's crap. Well, I'm not going to say the whole list because some people, like we see, they belong on there, but it's just maybe the order. I don't really do pound for pound, but sometimes we got to discuss it. And don't think I haven't forgot about your ass, Fury. I haven't forgot about you. So I covered Duran. But anyway, shout out to Duran again. I missed his birthday like a couple of weeks ago. I missed his birthday. I missed Mike Weaver's birthday. So shout out to them two warriors. And if y'all never seen Mike Weaver fight, he wasn't the best boxer, but he was just like he looked like Hercules. And that's no joke. He did look like a brown skinned Hercules. And he could put you, just look up Mike Weaver knocks out John Tate. Look that up. And if you can find it, if you can find the fight, watch it. And you can be like, damn, I'm not going to tell you, but just watch it. And then you're going to see that some fighters just they do not lose. That's what they say. They're dangerous in any round. He was one of them fighters, wasn't the best fighter, but dangerous in any round. Dangerous in any round. Yeah, but the cold crack king is they trying to, okay, let's talk about the whole franchise thing because I don't want to bypass it before we start talking about something. So the thing about the whole franchise thing now, okay, so most of us, we looked at it as being an escape. Because when Canelo got in it, it was like he was escaping the ass whoopings. That's why he got it. It was to escape ass whoopings, and it was to cherry pick. But see, that's how the WBC is using it. But the WBC, what they're not telling people is, well, you got to weigh it out yourself. Even though we're not counting people's money, it's a money play for them. It's more money, just like all those belts they got, man. It's just more money for them. You know what I mean? It behooves a company or a corporation to branch out and have more, like, for instance, if they have like an IBF belt, if they had like 5 belts, that would help them because they're going to get paid off of all those belts. Because how many divisions are there? So for every division, just think if you have 5 belts, you're collecting off of how many? Over 75. There's 75 fees that you're collecting off of at any given time, and that's like monthly payments basically. You're looking forward to getting that money, and sometimes you're getting that money. You might get 5 times a month. You see what I mean? Now you got 5 times a month. Just think about just think about one organization has 75 belts. See, you're not looking at it like it's 75 belts. You're looking at it like, oh, they got 5 belts. But you got to look at it like it's 75 belts. Because think about it. Out of 12 months, how many times they going to get paid with 75 belts? The minimum is like 5 times a month. Just for one organization. So don't sleep on that WBC because they don't think that don't have some snake in them. Don't think that these people do not have snake in them. And yeah, that's what we was talking about, Sir Flame. I see you in there. Anyway, salute to Jay Cooley who came up in there. He said, Shalom, Eagle, and the brothers and sisters. There you go, Shalom out there to Jay Cooley. See? And then BFTB said, facts. He said all sanctioning fees. All sanctioning fees. Do y'all understand the how this thing actually is working? But guess what? We're looking at the small side of it. We're looking at, like, say for instance, we're looking at one organization. One. And we're the collective ourselves. We are actually the collective, because guess what? Your dumbass is the front money. You are the upfront money. Guess what? Your dumbass is the back end money. Because remember, sponsors used to be the upfront money. And to a certain extent, sponsors still are some of the upfront money. But your dumbass and my dumbass, we're the upfront money. And we're the back end. Huh? We're the back end. We're the biggest part of the back end than the commercials and stuff. Because a lot of people think that free TV. See, a lot of times when people think free television, when you look at free television, that shit ain't free. Somebody's paying for it. Maybe your dumb ass ain't paying for it, but your dumb ass is paying for it because you got kids and you got interest. So as soon as they put something on sale, they got your ass. Now you run it to the store. Now guess what? Same thing with fighting. People say, and there's a big argument. See, this is the argument that people have. The argument that we have, he didn't make pay-per-view or something like that. Guess what? Some fights you can make more money off of pay-per-view. Believe it or not. You can make more money off of pay-per-view. But we see they got us to where they lock us in till they want us to have that conversation about the pay-per-view. Because guess what? You got advertisement. Guess what? I'm in advertisement. I'm in advertising. You have advertisement. So you have advertising. So guess what? I do advertisement before it hits the airwave. I do a lot of advertising before it hits the airwave. So guess what? Now you're doing advertisement. Now you got billboards, you got advertisement. Then part of the advertisement is billboards. Some of it could be people walking around, and some of it's going to be commercials. But guess what? Commercials and airtime. Guess what? The Super Bowl is free, right? Do you think the Super Bowl don't make any money? They make enough to. How much did they raise it up to now that they pay every player just for that one game? Like $65,000, something like that. They get a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money for each player. Times what? Altogether, how much is that? Times 80, like 82, something like that. Times 82, or maybe a little bit more. Than plus the coaches and stuff. They don't talk about that. Now think about that. That's free television, but is it free? Because because what they do right there, they play you so well with the halftime, and they play you so well with the new commercials. They even call them Super Bowl commercials. They say, did you see this commercial? And then they even replay them on the news to get some more money for people who didn't watch the Super Bowl. Right? So a lot of times that money that you think somebody's getting paid more, I'm on pay-per-view and whatever, it doesn't matter. What counts is that bank, the check that they're cutting you. It's the check that they're cutting you. So they could actually do a free TV. They could actually do a free fight that makes more money than a pay-per-view, but it all depends on how they promote it and how they beef it up. Because if they beef it up for months and months and months, then the advertiser becomes the front money again. They're the upfront money if they do it that way. And then you're just the middle guy. You're just the middle money, and you're a little bit of the back end, but they still back end. And that's how that works too, with the back end on news and all that. See? So don't get that part of it twisted. And what we're talking about is just one organization. 5 belts. 70 times. 75 altogether. 75 belt. Getting paid. That's a pimp move right there. So they're using the belts for hoes. And you're a hoe holder. But you got somebody else's hoe. So guess what? You got my hoe, man. You're going to have to pay me for that. Now tell me if you ain't getting pimped. Your ass is getting pimped. But back down to Sir Flame, though. That's exactly what I was saying, Sir Flame. He said franchise stop Canelo versus Charlo. That's it. See, but this is the hold up though. The hold up for Fury's punk ass Coke Crack King. The hold up for him. This is the hold up for him. The hold up for him is that he has to make it past Wilder, and he's scared to death because he couldn't. The damage couldn't be done to Wilder like he needed it to be done to Wilder. He needed Wilder finished. That's what he thought. He needed Wilder to be finished, and all the best of wishes, not wishes, but all the best of prayers and everything go out to Wilder, that mentally and physically that he recovers enough to come back. He might not be the whole complete bomb squad, but at least if he a bomber squad, if he come back even as a bomber squad to take his ass out, and I'm talking about the Coke Crack King, then I'll be happy with that. If he comes back just to do that, you know. But people get too, like I said, people get too excited, man. You get too excited about all these championships and shit. They got us, instead of us like being the fans that we supposed to be, like, man, F that, man. We just want to see good fights. Or we want to see the best fighting the best. And that's what BFTV stands for, best fighting the best. He wants to see the best fighting the best. And I'm on his side, but you know me, I want to see good fights. Oh, that was a good fight. I love to see like a good fight. I don't care if you put number one against number one, because sometimes number one against number one is just a chess match. It's bullshit. It's just like, God dang, that was the fight. Who won? You don't even know. Matter of fact, after 6 rounds, you stop scoring. You don't even want to score no more. You're like, oh man, I don't even want to see this shit, man. They throwing 2 or 3 punches around, man. Both of them scared to throw punches, and no. The past champs didn't do that. They came out and was whooping that ass. But you're right though. The franchise was stopped, and that's a grown folks way of looking at it. Because the WBC is not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you, oh, well, they're going to make it, they glorifying it so the champion, whoever they get as franchise champ, you know, will feel like he is the king. That he's up on the, you know what I'm saying? That he's up on the pedestal now. Oh, I'm up here now. But we see straight through that shit. And see, we have to start seeing through stuff. And no matter if it's boxing or not, and that's why a lot of times I got to be cautious with my lives and stuff, because I didn't have too many lives taken down quick, and mostly for titles. They just like, nah. I go to I go to look at it and refine a couple of things on it. It's already gone because they didn't got my ass clipped me, and they clipped 2 in a row a few weeks ago for no reason. I had to write a letter and sit and get my lives back reinstated, because they full of, you know what, they full of shit. Because every once in a while you got to drop a gem, like I said. But we have to look at stuff differently. We got to look at all the shit. We got to look at shit like grown folks. We can play around and laugh and stuff like that. We're going to do that anyway. But we still got to look at stuff like grown folk. And that's what we do. We look at the stuff like grown folks. Like, okay, I see what y'all up to. Y'all up to some shit. And you got to know when people up to something. Even when it comes to news. Because news is a program. And I'm going to just drop this for you. Because right here, I'm going to tell you, when they tell you it's a program, they still tell you, they'll say, this is what they say. If they actually have to interrupt anything that you're watching, they say, we interrupt your scheduled programming for this special update. Now, why would they call it programming? Because your ass you can't wait to watch Wendy Williams or somebody. You can't wait. You programmed in. They got your ass locked in. But I'm gonna tell you what, when you come see Eagles Way Up, I don't have you locked in like that, because you're part of the discussion here. This is not a program. This is a discussion to talk about all this other shit on the outside, all this stuff distracting us. And now they didn't got one of my favorites. They got Roberto Duran now with this bullshit. But believe me, ain't nothing gonna happen to Roberto Duran. He gonna be all right, baby. He's good. That's that hands of stone, man. I used to like to see him put people out. He was something else, though. He is something else, man. And I'll tell you, another fighter that I think was kind of underrated, that I loved a lot. He was one of my favorite fighters, old school fighter, was Wilfred Benitez. Just his style, man. His style. And just when he knew, if he had you out, he just like look at the crowd, like he put you out and just look at the crowd, just put his hands on, like, what? You just got knocked the F out. That's the real bravado right there. Yep. Okay, but I read through what he said about the sanctioning fees. That's right. I got Jay Cootie up in here. And then D-Ray, boxers make the belts, not the other way around. And that's the way it should be. The boxers should be. It should be about boxers, right? But it's about money. Make it stop. See, like I said, when you grow, when you think about it grown, when you look at it in a grown way, then you got to realize it's still. They tell you prize. Prize is the money. Prize is not this. Prize ain't no bullshit. Prize is they don't have a brand new Cadillac waiting on the boxer. No, the prize is the money. And see, the thing about it is, you're right. Boxers, what happened is once, and see, I'm going to tell you, it's MTM's fault too, though. Because once they got that money way up there, guess what? Now nobody can duplicate that money. So guess what? We need to get some of that money now. And so what happened now? Now they want to get some of the money. They want to get more of the money. That was the whole thing about the belts anyway. Or we can get money, let's come up. Believe me, somebody's hand went to the other hand with some money in order for even these organizations to start. Because think about it, do we need belts in the first place? Do we need all these organizations? Do we need a franchise champ? Do we need anything? No, we need a belt. We need a champion of the world, which is which is a COTW. And if you don't like it being 4, which I do because that's native 4. If you don't let it, then it'll just be the cow belt, champion of the world. That's all we need is the champion of the world belt. And we'll let the boxers handle that. We don't need no organizations for that. You know what I mean? We don't need no organization for it. Champions of the world. Champion of the world. No sanctioning fee. Everybody pays into it. If you're going to be in boxing and you are interested in being that champion, then there's a little bit of a fee you got to pay. Everybody don't pay the same fee. Everybody pays a little bit. Not like a tax, but everybody just pays a little bit. Yeah, BFTB says facts on facts. A good fight is sometimes better than best fight the best, to be honest. That's it. And that's why I just look at my way of looking at it is I want to see a good fight. Not necessarily a good fighter fighting a good fighter. I want to see a good fight. In other words, the matchup I want to see, because a lot of times even in championship fights, it's just not a good matchup. It's like, it's not going to be a good matchup. It's like one fighter, he going to run or this. It's just not going to be a good matchup. Sometimes it's just not a good matchup when you have the best fighting the best. But when you just have a good fight, so a lot of times we come in here, we like, oh, this will be a good fight. Like I think certain fights would be a good fight. Like right now, I think anybody against Banana would be a good fight. I want to see it. But we had to take some fighters out because, like I said, they got lost. Because they came in and see what happened. Your fan pumped you up. See, J-Rock came in there all pumped up. His fans had him all pumped up and shit. And now he don't want to fight. Hurd, same thing. Hurd came in there all pumped up. And now he don't want to fight. He fighting welterweights. And then Harrison came in all pumped up with the mouthpiece going. And I'm telling you something, like we speak on them Charlos, it's hard to fight them damn Charlos, man. It's hard. Them Charlos, one thing them Charlos, even if you don't like their skill set, they are battle tested. You're going to have to put some heat on their ass and look forward to being countered at least once. And when I say countered, I'm not talking about like a regular counter punch. I said, when you fight those Charlos, look forward to being countered with some shit that you probably never been countered with before. Some awkward, something just like a countered uppercut or something. Just look forward to that. That's what, if you're a fighter and you fight them, you got to look forward to that shit. That shit is going to happen at some point in the fight. If you're trying to go toe to toe or something, you're going to get countered with some shit that you ain't never got countered with. And your camp is not going to prepare you for that. Because even the ones that try to counter you during sparring, it's only going to be 60%. You're going to have big ass gloves on. It's just not going to be the same. And you're going to be happy too, because the thing is, you probably going to be like ready to, oh shit, I can land this hook. And you're going to land the hook, but guess what? At the same time, or even a split second right after you land your hook, they going to land a hook. And your shit, you probably end up folding up. Sir Flame said, for some reason, I always like Glenn Johnson. You like Glenn? He's a throwback. He's a throwback, man. A little thick dude, huh? He's a little thicky. Yeah, I liked him. I tell you who I liked also. I like who because he had. I'm gonna tell you who had the skills. Like had all the different type of skills. Wasn't a great boxer, but that was Dwight Kwawi. Remember? Name used to be Braxton Dwight, because he had some of those tools to use your head to break somebody's hand. He had all that shit. He used to make people hurt their hand. And we talked about that one time in here. I said that's one thing about using your head. Like I said, man, I use my head on Tyson Fury. Use your head on him. Make him crack his shit. If he gonna try to do some illegal shit, turn your head a certain way to make his wrist twist. Break his shit off. Because one thing Tyson Fury can't do that a lot of fighters can do is he cannot fight with one hand. If he loses his jab, he's stupid. If you hurt his jab hand, he's stupid. Ain't shit he can do. He's just long. He can't, because he'll try to hold you out. And once you get inside, that's it. There's nothing but that body weight. Yeah, but I like him too, though. You're right, though. He said, no, we need one belt per weight. That's it. Per weight class, one belt. And we don't need nobody governing. If you guys if they have to have somebody that's governing or whatever, just because the fighters are maybe too biased. And soon somebody do something wrong, they want to strip them. And so maybe we need that. Because we got a lot of dirt going on in boxing. We got a lot of people just taking shit that they shouldn't be taking and stuff like that. So maybe that's what that needs to be done. Maybe the fighters can control, monitor and control themselves better than any organization. I don't know what y'all's thought is on that. And that goes for other sports too. It's like when you got managers and shit, like, I don't need no manager. What I need a manager for? I know I've been doing this shit. You know what I mean? Manager, you figured that, manager's role should last so long. After a while, I don't need you no more. You know what I mean? Now, accountant, that's different. You need an accountant team. Don't try to act like, if you didn't go to business school and shit like that, don't be trying to do your own accounting and shit, because you're going to be fighting until you're 60 years old. Yep. Oh, Sir Flame says it's because best fight the best, not always the most exciting to some, but to people who know about the sweet science, these are great fights. Oh yeah, they could be great fights, but what I'm saying, I want to see good fights. I just want to see a good fight, and that's a good valid point. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not arguing the point about best fighting best, because best does have to fight the best, regardless if we want it or not. Even if we know it's gonna be a trashy fight, or even if we know it's gonna be a chess match. Oh, I like the way he did that. Of course, if you're a professional, of course you're gonna like the fight. But I'm saying you're going to appreciate, but I'm telling you right now, what you're going to do, Sir Flame, is you're going to appreciate that fight for what it is. But that fight is not going to go down in any kind of history. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have a round in there that was like arguably the best one round in boxing, like Hearns versus Hagler, which was two elite fighters. You know what I mean? Hearns came in there and I told y'all about it, but he came in wrong. He was doing shit that he shouldn't have done to weaken himself before he even came into the fight, which is, you can't do that. You got to come in just proper. No excuses for him, because you did what you did and you got had. But Hearns has plenty of, great wins himself, though. Beating legendary fighters that we still talk about today that were legends that he beat. But yet, far as like the conversation of that being that was a great fight, you're not going to get that. Even if it was a good fight, it won't go down as a great fight, if y'all understand what I mean. Like like Muhammad Ali versus Frazier, Thrill in Manila. That was two great fighters, but it was a good fight, and it ended up being a great fight. A phenomenal fight. See what I mean? That's different. It's different. Like, I'm trying to put it up an example, like you got a great champ like Ken Norton and Larry Holmes. Good fight, right? It's a good fight, but it's not necessarily, it's kind of borderline though. It's not really it's not a great fight. It's not a great fight. So I hope y'all understand what I mean. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to throw eggs at none of y'all because, like I said, we're on the same team, man. Y'all, and I agree with you. I agree with you when you say that. And D-Ray said, Coffee said, I fight who they say is the best. That's it. Throw him up here. Isn't that what we want to hear out of a champ, though? Throw his ass up in the ring. And remember, I told you guys before that, and matter of fact, if you think I'm bullshitting now, before gloves or even when gloves first started, now I told you guys this. Now remember, they talk about the chief seconds, right? Now I told you when they first started the chief seconds was not to try to help your ass out. Like in the corner, like just taking care of you and shit. The chief seconds, and you can look at some of the old black and white clips, the chief seconds, what they was doing is throwing your ass back in the ring. Get your ass back up in there and fight. It was no concern. It's all about that prize. And that goes back, see, we're keeping it linear because that's going back to that prize. They used to just throw your ass in there. Get your ass back up in that ring. And they throw your ass back up in the ring. But now they're all concerned and want to stop the fight, throw the towel and all that. But first, that's not what the chief seconds was for. They was to throw your ass up in there. As a matter of fact, before the standing 8 count, and go back, if you think I'm bullshit, go back. Look at some of the old fights. Fighters would just be held back. The ref wouldn't even physically hold a fighter back, like maybe a little bit. Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. But the fighter would just stand over the other fighter. Like he would stand over your ass when you're on your knees, when you should be taking the 8 count, when you down, he'd be standing right there. The ref wouldn't make him go to a neutral corner or nothing. He'd just be like standing waiting. As soon as you stand up, he just like, here comes some more bombs. Like, eat these. You know what I'm saying? So boxing has come a long ways in that sense, but I'm saying that's part of what we talk about sometimes is that seconds, like the chief second. Yeah, you were not a chief second, you were a cheap second, because you had them side bets going that I was gonna lose, and that's what they have. They have them side bets going. Yeah, I don't think my fighter gonna win. He probably gonna get taken out. Yeah. But the little guy, I don't know what y'all feel about him, but I would say look at him at least. No, I'm not gonna keep going over it, but I'm saying I would at least say, to look at some of these. Because me, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of prejudiced against the smaller fighters. I don't know. I think because of that little pink dwarf with the sausage arms, I think he kind of soured me on lighter weights. I usually don't even go down to 130. I don't go, especially like way down. I don't really keep it up. But bantamweight, Jason Maloney. So he got the win, and he stopped by as so. For a little guy, man, he got quite a few knockouts and stuff. And when you look at him, man, he's fit. He's a fit little dude, man. Tight little fighter. But we'll see what he does. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep my eye on him. I usually don't want to look at, because he's, like I said, he's not a champ yet. But hey, making moves like that, he's making the kind of moves that we need to see in boxing right now for 2020. And for 2020, we need to see the kind of boxing moves where you're not trying to hide out and become a franchise champion. And this is my hope for Fury. My hope for Fury is that all these plans that you got, all this shit just blows up. Because you're a dirt fighter. I mean, dirt. I broke your ass down. I broke down all the dirt. And I'll probably do another one. Before the fight, I probably will do another one. And I want to show like some other fights. So we're going to do some other fights. And we're going to see that your dirt didn't just start with Wilder. That your dirt has been there for a while. And we're going to get your ass. Yeah. Up in here, you're going to get it. So in here, you wasn't getting everybody. A lot of people probably thought, oh, yeah, Eagles way up, he's tripping. He in there talking about how good Tyson Fury is. That he's the best. He is the best. Get your ass out of here. You ought to know me. I'm sarcastic. Because if I was serious about something, I'll tell you, bring your ass up in here. My title's going to be, come see about it or something. Come see. I'm going to say Wilder is like, if Wilder get his ass back up there, Wilder is the best. If you don't believe that, come see. Come see about it up in Eagles Web. Then I'm on your, when you see that, then I'm 100% on your side. But other than that, I will come get you. Yep. He said, D. Ray said that did Wilder weaken himself before the fight like Hearns? I know I'm getting graveyard neck. Just asking peace. No, I'm not gonna take your neck out for that. See, I'm not one for conspiracy theories and nothing like that. What it is I'm a person that really observes stuff. I look at stuff that you guys might not look at during a fight or before a fight. Even in the dressing room, I can't wait for him to cut to the dressing room. I want to see. I'm looking at the energy. I'm looking at everything. Wilder's energy was okay, but when I looked at him, he looked like he was suffering before the fight even started. I mean, and I didn't see this until he took off that his costume that he had on. Once he took that off, I said, that's not Wilder. Because we already know Wilder's look. Wilder have that smile, but then as soon as that smile disappear, he have a certain look in his face. And one thing about what I'm telling you is about people. So Wilder fights you like it's a damn street fight. That's how a playground fight. That's how Wilder fights you. And I'm not talking about skill set wise. And I'm not talking about the way he throws punches. But there's competition. There are people that does that in different sports, like professional sports and high school sports, college, collegiate sports, stuff like that. There's people that do that. That they take it like it is a serious competition. And they stay mad, even after they win, they stay mad. It takes them a while to calm it back down. And that's how Wilder fights. And you can see that intensity in him. You know what I mean? It's almost like the ref wants you to stop. Like, say, for instance, you're getting a knockout. And the ref wants you to say, okay, he's out. Wilder is not the type that was back up. You almost have to tackle his ass like, it's over, son. That's it. He's done, man. He's finished, man. He's finished. Before he actually gets back until he turns. Because when he's the bronze bomber, that's where he's at. It takes him a while to get back to Deontay Wilder. But when he was fighting Fury, I seen Deontay Wilder in there. I seen a sick Deontay Wilder was about to fight Tyson Fury. A cheating Tyson Fury. So on one side, you got a guy that I know, this is my opine, that is sick. And on the other side, you got a guy that's fighting who is a devil. That's going to do some dirty shit. Who's supposed to win that? He could have, and I'm not on want nothing legal to happen, but I put it to you this way: somebody could end up injured real bad or killed when somebody cheats in a sport like boxing. That's all I want to say. And I'm not mentioning anybody in profession, but for me, the look when I seen it, that's the way it is. Yeah, he said it hurt so bad. Question, not a statement. He said, Eagle. No, don't worry about it, D-Ray. If you were suspect or something like that, the web is my web watchers are used to you being in here now, and you'll be one of them soon. So they're used to you being up in here, right? And so they're not. If they don't have a problem, then I don't have a problem. Because believe me, don't think that you completely clean and clear. Okay, I'll just get that straight to you right now. Don't think you clean and clear, because the web, a lot of times they'll conversate with a lot of people, but then all of a sudden you'll find your neck getting stressed out. You go, why is my neck getting all stressed out? Because they've been reading all the shit you've been reading, or writing. Sir Flav said, I think boxing should be set up like the UFC. He said they all fight the best opponents available. That's right. But we're not going to get that, because we got to go back to it, Sir Flame. And this is the last time, because this generates more money than UFC. This is because this is money. And what everybody's always in boxing is one of those things where everybody's always wanted their hands in on it. From politicians to gangsters to movie stars, everybody's always wanted to be there for boxing. Now we're losing some of the elements, and we're not going to talk about that today, but we're losing some of the elements today. Because remember, we used to have all those elements, the corruption, the politician. Because they even brought that into when Muhammad Ali lost his championship. They brought politics in there. The politics that wasn't supposed to be up in there, right? Then you got the hate base. You got people who hate, and then like I said, you got the stars. Because boxers used to have anything they wanted to, because especially the heavyweight champ. The heavyweight champ can have anything he wanted to. He can have any girl he wanted to. Any girl that he wanted to in the past. The heavyweight champ can have it don't matter. Any girl he could have. It didn't matter, movie star, whatever, politician, whatever. He could have any girl. But some of these elements have changed, and now they just going straight for the pocket. We want that money. He said, I also heard Ugas turned down Crawford fight for Mikey Garcia. Has to be because of money. There we go. It's money. And I'm going to tell you one thing. A lot of people is looking at like Ugas like he didn't want Crawford. He already said Crawford can come get it. But he's getting money. And he figured, well, shit, I can still get. Believe me, he's not looking past Crawford. He's still looking at Crawford. But he's like, I can go get this belt. I can go get this belt that was stripped. And they don't really have, because think about it, they don't have nobody to put in front of them. They don't have like a Crawford to put in front of them. There's certain fighters that they don't have. He said, well, shit, this route here, I'll be able to beat up on somebody over here. I'll still get the Crawford, but at least I have that belt. I have me a championship. And then Sir Flame crying. That's right, them knives up there. Hey, it don't matter, Sir Flame. Sir Flame come in here, he get it too. That's one thing about it, man. It's all fun in here. It's all family. It's all fun. But anybody can come up here and you can still get it. You can still get that neck. You can still get your shit wrenched up. You can still get your neck taken out. It don't matter. Gil Coles, when he's here, I know he's playing videos right now, but Gil Coles, when he up in here, Gil Coles used to get it more than anybody. And I can't forget Sir Flame. Sir Flame is, now that's my notorious guy for getting battered up by Streamlabs. Before he was a mod, and this is to D-Ray, before Sir Flame was a mod, first Sir Flame used to get the shit beat out of him by Streamlabs. Streamlabs hated Sir Flame with a passion. Didn't like anything he did. And I look at it, I'm like, that's not even suspect. And he's still coming here. I don't even have him hooked up like that, but he's still coming here. He came in here today peeping around. So, yeah. Streamlabs came in here earlier peeping around doing something. I don't even know what he did. I decided he threw a combination at somebody. And he had a rainbow face on, like color. He all colorful. Most of them come in here, he's like blue. He's like blue and white. But he came in here with colors on, like I represent all these colors. What? Take these hands. You know what I mean? But yeah, Sir Flame used to get handed up by him all the time. And then I used to hand Gil up all the time. Gil get mad, he got mad. But then a lot of people see what happened is people got accustomed to the way that I do things, and they know there's no disrespect. They already know that. They say, well, no, he ain't disrespectful like that. They'll tell you in a minute. If somebody come in here and start talking like that, believe me, before I get a chance to throw them out, somebody in here will throw them out before I even get a chance. Yeah. Sir Flame said, oh yeah, we talked about the politics. He said it just sucked. There's some fights we won't see. That's all it is, man. And a lot of times people say, oh, this fighter was scared of this fighter. And they have us believing that narrative and shit. And we start seeing it. This, like, I never believed that the Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis, I never believed that had nothing to do with Riddick Bowe being scared. I don't believe that. A lot of people will bring it up. I just don't believe that. Because I think that, for me, I know that Riddick Bowe was a better fighter. And not even using the triangle theory, because I'm going to put it, now a lot of people hate this and they don't like the triangle theory. But I'm telling you, it actually does work with certain fighters. It's not, you can't judge all fighters like that, but it does work with some fighters. And I'm going to tell you who it works with. It works with fighters that just gonna come at your ass, just come forward and just keep coming. Like Evander Holyfield. It works for fighters like that. That you could probably use the triangle theory against that. Fighters that aren't gonna adapt. you could use a triangle theory for that. And people will get mad, oh, they're just you using triangle theory. Don't be scared because somebody said that you're using a triangle theory. You say, hell yeah, I'm using it. I said the reason I'm using it is because the standard of fighter like that. Okay, say for instance, okay, let me break it down so that way you'll understand. Okay, so you have a robot and he's programmed. He's a fighter. He's a fighting robot, but he's programmed to just throw 2 jabs in a right and then follow up with some hooks. That's what he's going to do all fight long. That's what he's going to do. I'm not saying he doesn't block. He blocks punches and stuff too. You can't just but that's his combinations. There's no variance. There's no uppercuts or nothing like that. Or maybe he'll throw 1 uppercut like after like 5 combinations. Now, what kind of fighter, if we could use a triangle theory, no matter what the weight is, what kind of fighter is going to fight him best? Is it going to be a fighter that stays on the outside, or a fighter that just comes straight at you, straight at him, and trying to brawl with him? And I'm not saying, because his combinations are fast too. You ain't gonna just come in there, and that's what I'm saying. You're not just coming in and just wearing his ass out. He a robot anyway. So what do? A robot, you probably got to knock his head off or something. So a fighter that with a long jab and stuff like that, it's probably a long jab and a variety of punches is going to do a lot better than somebody who's just a mauling, brawling, coming straight forward. Because that's right up his alley. Because guess what? In one of those exchanges, when he's throwing his little hooks and stuff like that, his jabs and his hooks, guess what? Out of one of those combinations, when you're in close, guess what you're taking? You're taking a robot uppercut. So once you take that robot uppercut, are you cool? You good with it? Like, oh yeah, I just took that robot uppercut. I'm good. I feel good. No. Your ass, the ref is probably counting. The ref is probably counting on your ass. You done took that robot uppercut because you went in there and you try to exchange. See, a smart fighter is not going to sit up there and try to exchange with your ass like that and keep exchanging because he already know that uppercut is coming. And see, while you're all open, you like, and your chin is up, and you throwing combos. You like, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna fuck this robot up. And all of a sudden, it's that time for that up to come, and you in this motion. You know what I mean? You all squared out, your feet apart and everything else, and all of a sudden, boom, there you go. There go that robot uppercut. And now it's nighty night. Said you got knocked the F out by a robot. Look at your dumb ass, because you just a mauler brawler. See? And that's why you can use triangle. So don't let nobody scare you out of triangle, because you can say sometimes triangle work. But I see a lot of people get all defensive. No, I'm not talking triangle. I don't care. Sometimes I might be talking triangle. If your ass fit the mold, then if you a triangle, if you fight in a fight where I know that you're going to get your ass beat because of the kind of fighter you fighting, and you might whoop somebody else's ass, that ain't got shit to do. You can call it triangle. It's triangle. But guess what? If the shoe fit, then put that shit on. You see what I mean? Sometimes it is. D-Ray said Ugas turned it down pound for pound. He said 5 for a second tier. WBA, do you agree? I agree if he's going to get paid. Because I don't know his camp. I don't know his management. And I know Ugas deserve whatever Ugas get. Because remember, we were just talking about Ugas. And Ugas had been calling for all the smoke. And we just talking about Ugas. And I was just saying, it was a couple of weeks ago, I said Ugas is the invisible fighter. But guess what? Now the invisible fighter gets a chance to do what he want to do. And so I'm not going to knock him. Go out there, get your work done, then come back and fight some of these other champs. The welterweights are running out, man. They're getting older. They're going to run out. And so there's going to be another group, and then a lot of these welterweights are going to move up to 154. They're not going to have a chance, a choice. Because there's belts. There's not very many belts to go for. You can go for Crawford's belt. Now you got this WBA belt that's coming up regular. Let's think about it. Manny got a belt, and Crawford and Earl. That's it. So some people might be moving down or moving up. I ain't gonna never get a chance at this belt. Okay, then they might have to move down. D-Ray said, did Surf Flame get next in Eagle Web boxing by Streamlands? Laughing out loud. Oh yeah. Streamlands used to put hands on Surf Flame. This did not like Surf Flame for nothing. He said, don't get naked, Eagles Web boxing. And as always, jab that like button before before live chat. There you go. Before live chat, before you hit the live, hit that like button, baby. Then hit live. Don't hit top. Don't hit top, man, because I need my top dogs in here. If y'all hit top, it's a deception because it's not letting y'all do your top work. And I need y'all to do your top work in here. I need y'all to, to be in here sometime when people come in here where y'all could, where y'all might have to put wrench. Yeah, Sir Flav said, he cried. He said, true. He said, true shit. He said, Streamlabs used to take my neck off at first. Yep. I had to, as a matter of fact, I don't think, Sir Flame wasn't even in here that long. He was modded up probably faster than anybody because I just couldn't take it no more. I said, I got to mod Sir Flame up. But he ended up being, he a good brother anyway. But I said, I got to mod him up. I said, because Streamlabs didn't, I don't know if he didn't like the Sir or the Flame. He just didn't like, well, you come in here, you think you Sir Flame? Yeah, but he used to, Streamlabs used to tear his ass up. I had to ask somebody for help. I said, why is Streamlabs? I said, I don't even have it set up like that. He just didn't like your name coming in here. Oh, you Sir and Flame too? Put hands on you. Yep. He said true shit though. Sir, if I understand what Ugas is doing, get easy win for the belt. Then he got something to bring to the table. There you go. Ugas, it's actually a smart move though. It could be a smart move. BFTB said, he said, I jobbed that like off the RIP. Yeah, I didn't even know BFT was still in here because I know, this case y'all don't know, I know he works. We all got to get our work done, but I don't see him a lot, but I appreciate when he come through. I always salute everybody out when they come through, man. I appreciate everybody who come through and see Eagles Web and stuff. Small little channel. But we'll get there. It'll grow. Like I said, I'm trying to get, I just want quality people because I get tired of, man, we could be way up there by now, but some of the people I just don't want. Don't add me. Do not subscribe. Don't subscribe. Subscribe if you're down with boxing and adult chat and stuff like that. If you sitting in the corner in a dark room with some stale biscuits and some old distilled water, and you making that, and you got that sound going, you got lotion and napkins or something or whatever you got, a special towel or what you got, hot towels and napkins and oil and shit over there. Hey, go to somebody else's forum. This is not the forum for you to bring your ass up in here. But I'm not going to disagree with what he's doing. These fighters if you're going to go out and get championships, go out there and get your damn championships. As simple as that. Go get your pay, man. I'm going to step out of it. As far as like their pay and stuff, I'm stepping out of it because it's becoming one of those things. Yeah, it's becoming one of those things. Okay, this is what it's becoming. I'm going to tell you right now. It's becoming one of these things to where the ones that talk about the money and stuff like that never talked about the money is making people talk about money who don't really give a shit about your money. That's what it's doing. It's making us talk. I'm like, I don't want to really talk about your money. Now, I'll talk about where the money comes from. Wherever your money comes from, I'll talk about that. You see what I mean? I'll talk about where your money comes from. But I'm not going to talk about no other shit. Wherever your money comes from, that's cool. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how money is generated and stuff like that. Because your dumb ass is some of the money. We'll talk about stuff like that. But I don't really want fighters to come up with the shit. Like, for me, Crawford, you kind of messed me up with the shit. Talking about you're going to try to take a Corona break because your money ain't going to be right. But you're on the contract. As far as I know, contracts stay the same. If you already signed it, if they're going to breach your contract, then guess what? Let them breach your contract and then you're out. Now you have no excuse to bring your ass over to the PBC. And now you get more action fights over there. Because we already know that it's this promoter. We already know that. We know that that's why the fights ain't being made. Because fights can be made. But you trying to act, and the thing I don't like about him is he tries to pretend like he don't know why fights ain't being made. Oh, they ain't trying to fight me. Come on now. You ain't making that kind of money decision, man. When you start making money decisions like that, then, our hats is off to you. But you're not making that. We know who make that. We know who's making all them decisions. Crawford, you're not going to get these PBC fights until I'm ready for you to get them. You go out there, make my bread, and make me happy with you. Because you know Loma. Hit the door. And we already know. So we know what that is. We know what it really is, Crawford. See? I like it, and we call it fronting. A lot of people put that front on like, oh yeah, I make my decision. I'm the fighter. I do this and I do that. No, you don't. Even Tyson, Mike Tyson, he was making that noise and getting robbed at the same time. See, at least that's reports. Reports. That King was getting a lot of paper from a lot of different fighters, even some of the modern day fighters too. Yeah. That. What I'm saying, get yourself a good team behind you, man. I can't give you that kind of advice because I don't even know if I trust the people that's around me, the ones that, in law and stuff like that. I don't trust a lot of that shit, man. I don't trust it. And the main reason I don't trust it is because of what I gave you guys the other day. That information. Hopefully you guys took heed to that information. The information that you see that nobody gets prosecuted and is under that color law that I was sharing with you guys the other day. I'll share some stuff with you guys every once in a while. I just don't like to do too much. And, sometimes we just do too much. But yeah, we covered, let me see. Let me go back over and make sure we covered all the stuff that I needed to cover. Just got to make sure. Got to go through. So the Fury, I think we covered the Fury good enough. And like I said, all the hope that I can have for Fury, I'm asking for all the bad things, the eye for an eye to come back and hit his ass, all the bad things, and I'm gonna start looking at the little guy. I don't usually look at these little guys, but maybe he's gonna do something. Let's look at Jason Maloney. So I'll start looking at him. So that's gonna be my wild pick in the lighter weights. That's gonna be my wild pick. I'm gonna start looking at him a little bit. So yeah, we covered that, and I gave my birthday shouts out to Mike Weaver. Matter of fact, and then D-Ray, I think you said 15, the 15th round on the Mike Weaver versus John Tate. I think you're correct on that. If it wasn't, it was 14. I think it was last round. I think it was last round that action had to happen. I think it was last round. If you want to be champ, you got to go out there and get it right now. Yep. And so that's what happened. So yep. But I like to see. It's just, it's one of them things where you just like, you talking about some. That was and matter of fact, that was a career ender. Damn, anytime you take a career-ending shot like that, a career ender, you champ and you just took a career-ending shot. Yeah. Sir Flav said, no. He said, I don't trust too many. He said, my circle is about the size of a hula hoop. That's how you got to keep it, man. Even within family sometimes. That's not bad. That's not a good look, man. When family, you got to be like, no. Because even I talk about certain people, like my native people, I talk about some of them. But believe me, man, even if I talk about them, I give them a shout out. Believe me, it comes with baggage too. On top of that, because I'm like, make sure your room ain't got shit in it. That's all I'm saying. Make sure that everything that is easily that you can just look around like, okay, you can look around your room and you can account for everything by just doing that. Don't have no hidden treasures, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can't look around your room because I'm missing some stuff right now. And that's always happened to me where I end up missing some shit. Where I'm looking around, I'm like, oh no, I'm like, are you kidding? Yep. But anyway, let's close out the Friday, man. And we covered some pretty decent stuff. I know like I said, I couldn't stay on the COVID. I covered all that. Everybody's gonna recover, man. Nothing but blessings out to the ones that suffering from this illness. And man, get over it, man. And like I said, drink you some lime water, some quinine, take some zinc. You know what I mean? Just always stay extra hydrated. And then if you have to, just stay away from people for a while. You know, cough that stuff up, get better. But anyway, man, I'm going to let y'all out of here, man, on this Friday. This is a Friday, man. My shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man, on this Friday, man. Nothing but blessings, man.